Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry we took a little hiatus for a couple weeks, but now we're back after the holidays. Hi Carly, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you, sister?
Good. I feel like I haven't
Nikki?
talked to you in forever.
I know. I know.
So,
I don't
oh,
call you on Easter. Why
no,
not?
oh yeah, no kidding.
I talk to you every single day, and for whatever reason, we didn't talk yesterday. Like, it's so weird.
I just changed the name of our thing to I don't call you on Easter.
She was so butthurt today. She's like, I called you yesterday. And I'm like, really? I didn't even see that you called.
Well, and then you said, well, um, you said, well, I didn't want to interrupt everything. I was like, I want to talk to my boys. Like I want to talk to my boys.
I know, but I knew you guys were so busy. Like you had a lot going on, and I mean, we didn't get home until 2 o'clock just from church and lunch. So, and then it was like crazy time when we got home. So, I mean, I thought about you all day because I was bumming it because I wasn't with
Oh,
y'all.
sure. Sure. I sent you
I
videos.
swear,
I text
I
you.
swear, I was. I was like, man,
I know.
but
And mom has been here for 4 weeks. So we've been so busy. It didn't even feel like she was here for 4 weeks. Like when she went home today, I was so sad. Like I cried twice. I cried last night and then I cried this morning. I was like, get it together. What is wrong with you? Like I
no,
make
it's
fun of
hard
you.
because but she's our best friend, so it's so hard to say goodbye because you're hanging out with your best friend every day and like
I
having
know.
fun, laughing, and doing things. And she's such a huge help. It's like it
Yeah.
stinks.
Like
God.
your Nate and I were like, oh, we're gonna really miss grandma. It's been really nice to have like the kitchen's always clean and your laundry. I wore something yesterday. It was on the couch, like time for me to put away today. I was like, what? How?
I
How
know.
did you even? Was I wearing? I think I was wearing those underwear. When I like, how did you
Do
get them?
you remember? I had to tell mom. I had to be like, Mom, I can't. I don't want you to do laundry every day because that means I have to put it away every day, and I don't want to do that. So she cut back her laundry.
I know. I'm like, lady, you got us. Well, we haven't really been home, so that I've been taking mom everywhere. It's like take mom to work. I've taken her to network meetings. I've taken her to, um, I've taken her to everything. It like we've been
All your jobs, all the
all my
parties,
jobs. We've been
all
staging like work
the
events.
things.
Yeah, she's been
Yeah.
to everything. So everybody knows mom now because I'm like, oh, that's just my mom. Don't mind her. This is my mom in the corner. It's fine. She's just taking my notes. she's like, she's like AI. I'm like, Judy, take my notes. She's like, okay, okay. It's
Yeah,
so
she
funny.
loves it though too. I mean, it's fun.
Well, and like we've drove everywhere. So we went to this town called Stephenville twice since she's been here, which is 2 hours away. And then we went to Waxahachie, which is an hour plus away. And we've been to Forney, which is an hour the other way. I mean, we've been everywhere. But the
Yeah.
funny thing is, every time mom gets in the car, she goes, "Do we have gas?" And she like looks over because because of you.
I ruined her, like ruined her. Well, okay, so this is off topic, but for the gas, we went to Disney World for Maddox's second birthday. And on the way home, I got in the car and I was like, guys, we have to get gas. Don't let me forget to get gas. Like, I made a point. Well, we all forget. I'm cruising on 95 in the fast lane, and all of a sudden the car runs out of gas. And I have to drift into the median, the center median. So there's no room. I'm freaking out. Like there was no way we could get back across because the car just shut off. There's no more gas.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the median. Mom's in the back. She's like, it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're on 95. I'm in the fast lane. What am I going to do? Like freaking out. And she's like, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay. It's gonna be okay. So we call AAA. The guy comes, pulls up behind me. He has to stand on the median thing,
Oh,
the guardrail, because we were that close. Like there was no room. Like the cars
oh
are like
wow.
whizzing by, and then he fills up my car and I put the window down. I'm like, thank you. And then we drove off. Yeah. So I've ruined her with that. So every time she gets in my
Oh.
car, she do we have gas?
Yeah, that's what she did every time. She's like, "Do we have gas?" She would even wait for me to answer. Like, she didn't trust me. She had to look and see if we had
Well,
gas.
I went through like a phase of doing that, and then I ran out of gas on the way home from her house one time with the boys. But I didn't actually run out of gas. Like I was almost out of gas. There was no gas stations in sight. Like there was none coming. We were out in the middle of nowhere. So there was a rest area. So and it was pouring rain. I was like, oh hell no, we are not running out of gas. It's 90 degrees outside
Yeah.
and pouring. So I pulled off to the rest stop so we could at least have the bathroom and snacks if we need it. And I called AAA and they brought me gas. It was bad. Anyway,
It's like you like, I'm so impressed that you stopped at the rest stop because we're gonna
oh,
need the
I was like,
restroom
oh hell, I'm not
and
getting stuck on the
snacks.
side of 95 again. That was scary.
I don't think I've ever run out of gas. I
Oh,
know
it's
one
fun.
time I like coasted into the gas station. It was like put, 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 like as I was coasting in, but I've never actually ran out of gas.
It's
But
a very scary situation because literally your car just stops driving and you're like, shit, what just happened?
well, so okay, so we were driving back from Arkansas, and I was driving Jake's car, and Jake was like, "Okay, I'm gonna lay down." So he was laying in the back, and Nate and I were in the front seat, and it was so windy. It was this time, I guess last year, maybe the year before. I guess it had been the year before, and so we're just driving, no big deal, just on the highway. The wind is gusting, crazy winds, and all of a sudden we hear this huge noise, and we're like, "What is that?" And so I look in the rear view. Jake's bumper, his whole back bumper, flew off the car. It was like 12 feet in the air, just floating in the air behind us on the highway. And thank God there were no cars behind us. Like there was a truck that was pretty far back, so he had enough time to see it flying in the air. I mean, it was like stinking, what is it, Wizard of Oz? Like, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Like the freaking thing's just floating. And Jake wakes up, he's like, "What is happening?" We're like, "Oh,
Your car's falling apart.
your bumper's back there." So I pull over, and so Jake gets out, and he's walking down the highway to go get the bumper out of the highway. And the truck had pulled over and pulled it off to the side and walks it up to Jake, and he's like, "Here's your bumper." And Jake's like, "Thanks." Well, here's a fun tip. Your bumper doesn't fit back in your car. Like, it can't fit in the car. So
Yeah.
we're like, what are we going to do with this bumper? We're
That's why you see all those bumpers on the side of the road because they're like, leave it.
yeah. So we
It
just
can't
like
fit.
threw it off. We're like, sorry, don't know what to do with it. so Jake
Strap
claims,
your bumper to the roof.
right? Like, what are we supposed to do?
Everybody
with
put an arm out. Hold it down.
Because it would have to go through one window to the other because it's too long. So we were like, what are we gonna, like? We don't want to trash the highway,
It's like
but
flapping in your face. Kids, just lean back in the seat. It's fine. The back window will stop it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. So okay, so we're driving a couple more hours, and I'm still driving, and Jake's mad because he thinks I blew his bumper off, and so we're driving. He's like,
You were going 81. I told you to go 80. It's your fault.
because he loves his car. Right now we have no bumper at all, none. It's just like nothing, and so many wires like connect to that bumper.
Crazy.
Well, so we're driving, and Nate and I are like a little shook up, right? Because we're like, oh, okay, like that was weird. And all of a sudden, the car starts making like a crazy noise, and we're on the bridge. So there's a part where we go over a bridge from like Arkansas and Oklahoma, and so it's a big long bridge, and it's no shoulders or anything. But
Yeah.
this day they had the one lane blocked off for construction. And so I'm driving, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I think we have a flat. Like, the tire was weird. So I pull over into that lane, and, we're like, what now? So we get out. The front wheel bin had come disconnected and was under the tire, and the tire was just spinning in the wheel, like in the plastic. So it was just spinning in the plastic. It wasn't touching the road. Yeah. So just one tire was just spinning. Yeah, and we're like, what the hell? So now we're on the side of the road.
Fire.
So Nate calls Papa, and he's like, Papa, come get us. The car's falling apart. Like, he's like a hot mess. And Papa's like, okay, calm down. I can come get you if you need to. And Jake's laying on the road, cutting the wheel bin, like the wheel bin, out of the car with a pocket knife. And so we're like, what are we supposed to do with this wheel well? Like a whole wheel well. Cut it out. Like the whole front end just went under the tire. So Jake cut it out. We had to roll it back to the tire, the car back to get it out. And now we're like, what the hell? So we just tossed it up to the side. Can't put it in the car. We couldn't put it in the car. Nate's like, remember that time we threw the car part in the lake? We're like, we didn't throw it in the lake. Granted, it probably ended up in the lake because of the wind, but we didn't put it there.
Because the wind was so bad. You assholes.
We were like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna even make it home? We look like have you ever seen the it's an old movie, and he like hires this guy to drive his car across country, and it's like a perfect car, and he gets there and he's got like a tie around his head, and the car's all no doors or hood or
I'm
anything.
envisioning Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Car and Tommy Boy.
That's about right.
I'll pick up a deer too.
When we got home, we had like no wheel well, no bumper. The car was all crap.
Everybody's pissed.
So tired. We're all like,
you guys are all so tired. You're just cranky. Like, leave me alone. I don't care. I'm going to bed.
Because we're driving like this, like the whole way home. You're like white knuckle. Like, what's next? Man, it was awful. It was like the worst trip home.
Oh God.
We were just talking about it this weekend when they were here. We were like, oh man. I still get blamed for the bumper. I had nothing to do with it.
You were going 81, not 80.
How would I have anything to do with it? But yeah, so Mom's been here. So we had Easter. We kind of, I guess, go backwards, but Easter was so much fun. We had the baby here, and Nate was so excited. He helped me hide eggs. I was like, Nate, we got to go hide eggs before he gets here. And so Nate and I went out, we put the eggs out, and then we turned around and like, the eggs are gone. We're like, what happened? So we go back in, and Olivia, our dog, has got them. She's like, eggs! So she's out gathering them, and she brings them into our room, like where she keeps all her special stuff.
She can see them now. Poor dog.
Oh my gosh.
She can see the eggs. You're doomed.
Oh, it's so bad. She got herself a couple candies out of them. So Nate and I can pick up all the eggs.
Nicole texts me one day. She's like, I'm so sorry for Olivia. I feel so bad. And I'm like, what happened? She said, I had to cut her hair. Because I took her to the salon.
The groomer.
Dog salon, the groomer. And they wouldn't cut her hair because they said she was too aggressive.
They won't cut her face. So she comes home and she has no hair on her body, and her face looks like a lion. But we give her gravy in her food, so she puts her face in it. So her face was all knotted and matted and gross. And so Nate and I like held her down, and I have eyebrow scissors, and I'm cutting her hair because she won't let us use the clippers. So we're like literally holding her down, and Nate is so sweet. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, hold her down. Like, what are you doing?
Take her eye out.
It's like, you're going to hurt her.
I need a vet bill too.
Yeah. So we hold her down and we cut her face. And so I stop like back here, right before her ears. And her hair's all crazy now because now her hair's grown out of her body. So now her face is short and she's got all this long hair. She looks like the It Clown.
she's terrible.
She's so bad.
She's so choppy.
And so she comes out and Mom's like, oh. And so she's like, you're so pretty. She keeps telling her, you're so pretty. She's like, she's terrible. Like, why would you do that? And so Mom put a bow in her hair to try to make her look better. She said it didn't help. No. No. And so every time she comes, like, she'll come to the back window and she, like, pops up to let us know she's there. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, oh. It scares me a little.
Scary ass dog.
Because she looks crazy. So I have a picture of her. We're gonna do like a meme contest with it, like caption the meme, because she looks insane. Today she was sitting on the couch. Nate gave her a bath again, I guess yesterday or Saturday, and so she's clean, but she just looks crazy. And I said, look, I said, Mom, look at her. She looks like an old lady sitting on the front porch smoking cigarettes. Like her hair's all matted and crazy. And she's like, what? Give me a Miller Lite. Like, she looks insane. And then, so she got all the eggs. So Nate and I had to go out and get all the eggs and put them back in and wait for the baby to come. And then Nate went out and put them again. And he was like, unk, unk, unk. Like he wanted to go unk. And then we had to open each egg as we went. And they don't give him candy. And so I filled the eggs with squishies because he loves squishies. And every time he'd open it, he'd get excited. I thought he'd get old. And he was like, no. He's like, ooh. And then he got to the candy ones. And we opened it. He goes, no. I like put it back. And then we'd open another candy. He was like, no. So then he was like, I'm done. Like, I know the little ones have candy. So he stopped looking for them. So we have eggs. Like, Olivia keeps finding them, bringing them in. But
we didn't really do much for Easter. We had church and then went to lunch, which that was a fiasco because we all piled into a little tiny booth. They were like,
oh, because it was busy?
We're like, no, it's fine.
Was it
No,
busy?
It was dead. No.
It was? So why'd you have to go to a little booth?
It was dead, but we were like, well, booth is fine. Well, we're thinking like a bigger booth. Well, no, she put us in like a tiny little booth, and then we were like, well, shit, we're not going to be like those people. And we're like, oh, no, can we move? So we were all jammed in there. I'm like leaned up against the wall. It was fun, but we did that, and then we came home and we watched movies and played outside. And I didn't really want to do too much outside because Dane got sunburned the day before, and Maddox got sunburned a little while before. They're trying to get tan, is what they're saying. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Me too.
I'm like, no, you really need a shirt on. You're pretty red. And he's like, no, Mom, I'm trying to get tan. Couldn't worry about my school. You carry all his stuff. I'm like, yeah, listen to your mama. But something fun. I don't know why I do this to myself, but we got chicks again, which you know.
Yeah.
So I go in and I got 4. And it's crazy how popular chicks are right now. Like, people are going nutty for them. It's weird.
Yeah, because like, eggs are so expensive.
You have to literally, but people don't realize how expensive chickens are. Like, to have chickens and build their coop and their feed and everything, it's like insanely expensive. I'm like, you're better off going and buying your damn eggs so you don't have to clean a coop. You don't got to collect eggs every day.
Get chickens, they said. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Really, honestly, it's a lot of work. Like, if I didn't already do all this shit and build this thing and have everything, I wouldn't have them. I'd be done. I'd be like, hang it up, y'all. But I got this whole
to get some eggs
in my backyard now.
Yeah, you do.
So, but no, so I have 2 chickens that are laying and 1 left.
Oh, are you there? Oh, I lost you. Oh, hold please. Oh, you're back.
There you are.
So you have 1, so you have 2 chickens laying and 1 what?
1 that's not. She's retired. So,
those are the ones you eat?
No. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to be doing all this work, going out here every day, cleaning the coop, filling water, feeding, doing the feed, I might as well get more chickens and get more eggs because I'm getting 2 eggs a day. So if I'm...
Oh. You're frozen again. That's a really cute face. I'm really glad you're frozen.
Why does it keep doing that?
I don't know. I don't know, but your face is like...
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Well, so I got the 4 chicks. Well, then the second night, one of them passed. So I was like, well, I don't want to have an odd chick out. So, because I had 2 Jersey blacks and then Americano. And I'm like, well, let me go get some more. So I go and I got more. Well, I don't know why I do it to myself. Now I have 7 chicks. Like, because you have to buy 4 at a time. They won't let you buy less than 4.
Oh
I'm
man.
like, damn it. I gotta go back and get 4 more. So yes, now we have 7 chicks, which has been
Yeah, but you
fun.
have like the animal whisperer that lives with you.
So he is like attracted to this one bird we call Dodo.
Oh, frozen. Right at Dodo. I don't know why it keeps freezing. I'm sorry, y'all.
I don't know, it's fine. They can still hear us probably.
Everything's freezing.
So
Carly
he
does.
he comes up and he does his hands like this, and he's like, can we hold the chicks? Like, that's his way of asking to hold the chicks. So he goes out there, this poor bird, he goes right for Dodo every time, grabs her, and she's like, shit. But it's so funny because now she's like super docile to him. Like, he can grab
He's
her.
I'm telling you, he's an animal whisperer. I've never seen
Yeah,
any
that
animals
is
just
gonna
bow
be
down to him.
that's gonna be his bird. Like she goes to him. It's so funny.
He's
But
like the
the other
Caesar
day,
of the animal world.
he really is. And then the other day, though, she's getting bigger, so they can fly a little bit.
Oh, she froze it again.
He grabs her, and she's sitting in his legs. Well, then it flies up. She flies up to his shoulder, and he's trying to grab onto his shoulder to get onto him. And meanwhile, she's flapping him in the face. He's like, I'm crying, laughing. He starts crying because I guess she scratched his shoulder, and I'm like, oh, baby, it's okay. And I mean, it was just so funny. And then, oh, I got a funny story this morning. Nolan's been making smoothies, and Dane loves smoothies. So Nolan's been making him some. Well, he's been trying to get him to try peanut butter for the last 3 days, 2 days, whatever. And Dane will not do it. Well, then this morning he goes, well, if you want to have some smoothie, you got to try some peanut butter. It's in your smoothie. You have it in the smoothie. Here, try it. So Dane's like,
Oh. Hello? She, she's still frozen. Carly's still frozen.
That's on her end.
I know, I'm gonna have to edit it. Wonder if she's coming back because she's got a crazy ass face. You're back.
so he's running to the garbage can because now he's gagging. He's like, "Ugh, ugh," and he's looking at me and he's like,
He's got thumbs up.
running to the garbage can. He was like so excited.
He's never
that he
had just
tried it.
peanut
He's like,
butter?
"Ugh, ugh."
Has he never had peanut butter by itself?
No. No,
Really?
he won't try a lot of new foods, and he grew up on like healthy stuff. Like I used to always feed him vegetables for his snack, and
Yeah.
avocado and tomato and cucumbers. So he was never introduced to like chips. He doesn't eat chips. He doesn't eat cereal. He doesn't eat a lot of junk food. Except for, well, he eats crackers like they're going out of style.
Dude loves crackers.
But yeah, no, so he's sitting over the garbage can now. He's like full blown gagging. I'm like, Nolan, he's gonna throw up. He just ate. Like he's literally about to throw up. Get him to the sink. Get him to the sink. He rinses his mouth out, but his face running for the guy. He was like,
He was so cute. So he was going on a field trip last week, and Carly was getting him ready, and we were on the phone with her, and he went and got his bathing suit because he was going out on a boat for this field trip. And Carly's like, "You're not going swimming," and he was like, "Boat?
hell, we are. We're going on a boat.
Yeah, we're going on a boat. Like, why would you go on a boat and not go swimming?" So Carly was nervous the whole day that he was going to try to go swimming. And then when she picked him up, Mom and I were on the phone with her, and she's like, "How's your field trip?" And his attitude was like, "Well, we didn't go swimming." Like, that's bullshit. Like, we were crying because he was so funny. He totally thought he was going to go swimming. Like, he's like, "I have my backpack. I mean, I have my swimsuit. Like, why aren't we going?" I mean, he was so funny. His attitude, he for real was like mad. That was awesome.
So nervous. I was so afraid he was gonna like jump over that boat because it was like a big ferry boat.
Yeah, you were nervous the whole day.
So nervous.
So one of the things we did when Mom was here, so Mom's friend and our friend Liz lives not too far from here. So she's been like, we've been going everywhere with Liz, and she's so much fun. We have so much fun with Liz.
So much fun.
I call her girlfriend. So, I mean, so anyway, so Emily says we had plans to go. Emily couldn't go running, so she calls me. She's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Billy Bob's for this concert," and we're like, "Oh, that sounds fun." She's like, "Why don't you come?" And we're like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds great." Because Mom and I bought cowboy hats at an estate sale the other day. We were so excited. We bought I think we bought 3 cowboy hats. And we didn't know that they were good. Apparently, however many X's they have, or like the more X's, the better. And we bought a
Yeah.
20X hat for like $20. So
Nice.
yeah, we got really good hats. So super excited. So we're like, we wear our cowboy hats. So I said, okay, well, what time does it start? She said 10 p.m. I was like, 10 p.m.? I was like, girl, you know how long it's been since I went somewhere that started at 10? And it's in Fort Worth. So I have to drive over an hour to get there. And then drive over an hour to get back through Dallas. Like, it's not an easy drive. It sucks. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And Mom, I look over at Mom. She's totally pouting. She's like, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I mean, you're the one driving. So I was like, okay, let me rally. Take Mom to Billy Bob's. So Billy Bob's is the largest honky tonk in the United States. So,
Really?
it's super fun. So it's in Old Fort Worth. So they still run the cattle through the streets twice a day for the auction. And in Billy Bob's, they have a rodeo, and they have pool tables, a whole bunch of different bars, shopping, dance floor, concert area. So we went and saw Chris Young, which I knew a lot of his songs, which was a lot of fun. But we met Emily and her roommates there, and Jonathan, and then Liz came over with us, so we all went to Billy Bob's for the concert. It was Friday night. Dude, we were so tired on Saturday. I had an open house. I was like, stay awake.
Did anything happen at the
Stay
Billy
awake.
Bob's with you guys?
Oh, yes. So we're taking pictures, and you know, people are walking past, and most people are respectful. They're like, oh, yeah, go ahead, take a picture, and then, you know, they go past. Well, this girl straight walked through us. I mean, she knew we were taking a picture, and she just had this attitude like, I don't care, and she just, like, walked through us. Well, as she walked past us, her dress was stuck in her panties. So her ass was out, like straight ass out as she
That's
walked in.
Shit, asshole.
Yeah, through
You
Billy
didn't
Bob's.
tell her,
No,
right?
we were like,
Bye, Felicia. Have fun.
I mean, straight walking like with her ass just going through Billy Bob's, and there's 1,000 people there. So I was like, yeah, that's what you get for being an asshole. But it was so great. I was like, that's perfect.
I
So
love
that
when
was fun.
they call back.
Well, and then, so we did Billy Bob's, and then I took her to a network thing, and it was at Lava Cantina. It was like a big bar, and we didn't stay for karaoke. We were too tired. Not that I was going to sing.
Ooh.
You know I'm not going to sing.
I know you love Shania.
But then we had Jake's surprise party. So Jake turned 50 this weekend. And yeah,
Big
so
one.
it was super fun. And so I had this party together. He was like, oh, I just want to have dinner with the kids. It's not a big deal. I just want to have dinner with the kids. So I was like, okay, we're going to go to this place, this brewery. It's really nice. We'll sit outside. And so we have been lying to him, I don't know, for a week or so. And his parents were supposed to come in for Easter. But then I ended up doing the party Thursday because Good Friday, you know, I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
people had plans and all this stuff. So I said, well, can you come in a day early and just don't tell Jake? So then Jake talked to his dad and he said, are you coming in for Easter? He's like, nope. And he's like, I thought you were coming. He's like, no, we're not. I'm like, so here I bought this giant ham for Easter because Papa and Nina there, and Grandma and all the kids are coming. And I'm like, Jake's like, why the hell do we have a big ham? Like, it's 4 of us. The ham's huge, right?
Yep.
So I was laughing. So they came in and surprised him, and it was a lot of fun. And his mom says to me, "So I have all this circus stuff that we did for Halloween a couple years ago, and we had a class at our office, and it was about circus or whatever." And so they used all the circus stuff to decorate the office. So I have like a 7-foot elephant and 4-foot tigers, 3 4-foot tigers. And Jake had a meeting there that morning, and I said, "Oh, did you see the circus stuff?" And he was like, "No, circus stuff." I'm like, "You walked
He's
past
so
a
observant.
7-foot elephant." He was like, "No, no." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So his mom said, "Do you think Jake knows about the party?" I'm like, "No, no way he knows about it. There's no way." But I forgot to order the cake. So that morning, I'm at Costco pleading, "Please, please, please, can you have a cake ready by 5 o'clock today?" And they were so gracious. They were like, "Yeah, we can get it done. We'll have it for you." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So, and then I was planning on the Party City. Okay, here's this. Party City doesn't exist anymore. They closed permanently. So where do you get party stuff from? Yeah. Target's party stuff is lame. Walmart, okay. Dollar Tree. So we had to like go to all these different stores to gather all this party stuff. I'm like, what in the world? What are we going to do? But it's fun. We printed pictures of him as baby, and then, as throughout the years, and put them all around. The kids decorated for me. Like I gave them all the stuff, and so they went and brought it to the restaurant and decorated. It was really fun. He was
I wish we
surprised.
could have been there. It looks like so much fun.
Oh, you know what else happened at Billy Bob's?
Huh.
Oh, this is so fun. So you know how Mom always says the wrong words? How we tease her? And how she always says Lubbock.
Yeah.
Like she can't get Lubbock right. So Chris Young says, "Where are all my lovers at?" Right? Because he's getting ready to do a love song.
Yeah.
And Liz and Mom look at each other, and Mom goes, "He says it wrong too. There must be a lot of people from Lubbock here." And I'm like, "What?" Lubbock. There are all these people from Lubbock here? This is weird. This is so far from there. And I'm like, "Where are all my lovers at?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh." So, now Mom and Liz are crying. They can't keep it together. A hot mess. The two of them together are a hot mess. But it was so fun. But yeah. Oh, and then, I'm sorry. I'm taking over. So we went to the Perot Museum for the kids.
Yeah.
It's so fun to take the baby there because there's 4 floors. So you have like all the different sciences. You have the dinosaur floor, the human science, the robots, all the things. So you can race a dinosaur. So all the kids love it. I mean, the big kids were racing. So like Emily and Jonathan raced each other. Logan
Yeah,
and
we
Em-
did it
yeah,
when we were there.
yeah. Nate and Emily racing, and then the baby was racing to Logan, and the whole all the kids were cheering for the baby. It was so cute. But to see him see all that stuff through his eyes. He had a little dinosaur shirt on. He was like, "Oh, like look at this is what that is. Like that's my dinosaur in my shirt." It was so cute. But so he says whenever he says rock, sock, or walk, he says the F word. So of course, there's like a whole area of gems and rocks. So I'm meeting Jake because he had to go do something. So I'm like, "Okay, I'll wait for you." So we're going in, and he's like, "Where are they?" I go, "Just listen for Nate's giggle," because he's with Blaze. And he's like, "Blaze, what's that?" He's like, "Fuck, fuck, 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 fuck." Like all and Nate is crying, laughing, cannot get it together. And Haley's like, "Nathan, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Fuck, fuck, 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 fuck." Oh gosh, it's the cutest little voice. So yeah, we were laughing so hard. We were like, "Yeah, I found him." But
Well, so I'm gonna butt in really quick because the last time we did our show, it was April Fool's. It was on April Fool's Day, which is funny because my best friend asked me. She goes, were you guys? Was that a joke? Like, were you April Foolsing us? Like, I don't understand why your show wasn't on." And I was like, "Nope, that was a mess up. I thought it was an April Fool's too, but nope."
oh man, that sucked.
And then, so then I got Nicole and had Mom put the upside down pineapple on her car. So she thought the whole show, like that she had the upside down pineapple on her car all day. She's like, I went all over town.
I
I
was
had a
everywhere.
meeting. I went to work. I went
I
everywhere.
was everywhere.
Paranoid about this. Well, we didn't have it on all day because it didn't come in the mail until late, till they got home. So, but I had more fun letting her believe that, and it worked out perfect because if it would have been in the morning and she had it on her car in the morning, she would have seen it because it's big ass
It was
pineapple.
big. It was big.
Yeah, and the only place your car would allow it to go was on the side because the back didn't have any metal to
Yeah,
magnet
it's
to
not
it.
weird. I didn't know that
Yeah,
about my car.
yeah. So, so it worked out perfect. But she was believing the whole show that she had that thing on her car all day. So that was a great April Fool's. I was so excited. And then Mom, I wasn't gonna tell you, but Mom spilled the beans.
Yeah,
She
mom
told
told
her.
she couldn't keep it, which that's why I was like, how did she go the whole day and not say anything? Like, how did she
Yeah.
not giggle the whole day?
So
But
then the other day, Nicole had a meeting, and I'm like, Mom, run down and put it on her car, hurry. So she goes down, she puts it on her car while my sister doesn't even see it. She left. She's leaving out of the car. Well, then Mom's
I know,
chasing
and
her out the driveway.
mom comes chasing me. I'm like, what is so going on? And she's like, I couldn't let you leave without it. You were having a tough day. I was like, yeah, thanks. So I get a text the other day. So do you ever get those texts um, where it's like hello, and then you say hello, and then it's
Yeah,
like, oh, do you remember me? And it's some girl trying to like sex text you. Have you ever gotten
yeah,
those?
yeah, yeah,
So with our company, like being a business owner, you can't
yeah,
deny, like you can't ignore the text. So you have to say hi, right? Who is this
yeah.
or whatever. So I get this text the other day. Let me read it to you. It says, "What are your plans for tomorrow? Are we still on for the hot springs pool party together?" And I'm crying. I'm like, yes, like I'm gonna mess with this person. So I
That was
put,
your text? I thought that was a meme that you got. I
no,
didn't
that
know
was
that was your
mine.
text.
Yeah, somebody texted me.
That makes it so much better. Go
so,
ahead.
so I respond with it's a big woman in a bikini and she's dancing. And I said, let's do it. Like, let's go. She says, sorry, I think I mixed up the numbers. Isn't this Sandra's phone number? This is Anastasia. I was like, oh,
You
sorry.
should have said, I don't know, do I look like Sandra?
Did you say steak? I
I
was
thought that was a
crying.
meme. I didn't know that was your text messaging.
Yeah, it was mine. I was having so much fun. I was like, man, all the things I could have said, like, where's the address? Yes, where's the address? Right, I'll be there. I was laughing so hard. I was like,
My
yes.
kids want to answer those calls all the time now because your son did that at our house one year. And it was so funny. I was crying listening to him. I mean, oh, it was so
He's so
funny.
good
Now
at
my
that.
kid,
He
he's so
trolls
good.
them so hard. When they call, he trolls
So
them.
bad.
Well, he told
I
this
told you
one.
I make $100,000. Why are you questioning me? Like,
Well, he told
he's
them like
so
this.
good.
They told him to stop calling him. They had the wrong number, and they kept calling him. And so he got so frustrated that he just started calling them back. And he called this lady back like 20 times. And she's like, stop calling me. I'm trying to work. And he's like, I told you to stop calling me, and you didn't. And so he just kept calling her back. And she was so frustrated. And he's like, well, now you know how it feels. Like, I told you not to call me, and now you ruined my day, so now I'm just going to sit here and call you. And he just kept calling her over and over again. And
What
then
a,
one time, he said this workout guy called him to try to sell him stuff, and he was trying to tell him, I'm like 7 or whatever. He wasn't 7, but,
yeah.
I think he was like 13 or 12. He's trying to tell him that he's like, hey, I don't, like, I can't buy your stuff. And the guy just would not let him talk. So the guy went into all of this muscle stuff, protein powder, and workout equipment, and blah, blah, blah. And like this whole sales pitch. And Nate's
Yeah.
like, you lift, bro? The guy just hung up. He like went through the whole thing. He's a mess. He's a hot mess, Nate.
Well, he was pretending to be an Indian woman on the phone with this guy, and I think it was a guy, and he said, the guy was like, "Oh, okay, so you make at least $100,000 a year," and he goes, "Anthony, did the wheels on the bus go round and round?" And he's already had this guy on the phone for like an hour, and he's like, Anthony, do the wheels on the bus go round and round? He goes, yeah. And then he goes, then yes, I make $100,000. I told you, yes. I was dying.
He's a mess.
I mean, I could not stop crying. The kids and I were dying listening to him talk with this guy. But
well,
listen,
what did he do on the news? Remember, he was with you. What
yeah,
did he
so
do?
that was what I was going to tell you. One of my favorite stories with Nate was, it was during COVID. It was the very beginning of COVID when they were like, oh, you can't be around anybody. You can't be outdoors. Like, don't be by anybody. Well, forget that. Anyway, we go to the beach. I take the kids to the beach. Everybody's spaced out on the beach. Nobody's sitting next to each other.
It's the beach. Nobody sits next to each other at the beach anyway.
Right. Yeah. So the news comes out, and the guy is like trying to angle it to where it looks like everybody's sitting right next to each other. Like they were trying to make it look bad. And Nate starts frolicking in the background. He's dancing around, and he's running like Baywatch. Like the guy was getting so pissed, and Nate looks at me and he's like, "Get out of my shot, kid. You're not getting on the news. I'm not letting you on." And I'm like, "Nate, keep going, keep going." So the guy, he would wait and let the guy set up, and then the guy would set up, and then Nate would go and like lay on the ground and start flapping and running. I was crying. Everybody around was just hysterically laughing because everybody knew what the guy was doing. He was trying to set it up, make it look bad.
Yeah.
But I was like, Nate, keep going, keep doing it.
We're such
You're
bad
not gonna be in the
influences.
picture, kid.
That kid, he is the luckiest kid. I mean, he just has so much charisma, and people are just drawn to him. I mean, he goes. Emily gets embarrassed, but she takes him places everywhere, and they went to Crumble Cookie, and he went behind the counter. He's like, "How do we do this? How do we cook?" And they let him make cookies. She's like, "What's happening?" And then he gets a free cookie, and they leave, and she's like, "What just happened?" Then they went to a restaurant, and there was a kid sitting in a booth, and he was like all dressed up in like a tie and stuff. And so Nate went and sat down, and he goes, "Okay, so you're here for an interview?" The kid's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions. They'll be over in just a minute." And Nate starts an interview with this kid. And the kid's answering him questions. He's like, "I'm the manager's son," or whatever. So he just goes into this whole thing, and he's interviewing this kid. And then he's like, "All right, I think you're going to do great." And he like gets up and leaves. Like, what happens? Like, how does that happen?
Remember, he and Nolan went up to the gas station, and Nolan was buying something, and he was short like $1 or something, like, or a quarter, like it was something stupid.
Stupid, yeah.
And Nate was like, here, Nolan, you need money? Here, I got you here. And he gives him the quarter or whatever it was. I mean, it was so little money, right? And the woman behind him was like, "Oh, that is so sweet." She gives him a $20 bill.
$20 for giving his cousin money that was probably already his cousin's. Like, it was probably already Nolan's money.
But he just, like, I mean, he really does have that charisma. Like, everybody loves him. I adore him. He is one of my favorite people of all. Like, I love him. And then we went to the store, remember? And he goes
Yeah, we
back
went to
free
Shields.
ice cream. We're like, "How did you get that?" And
Where
he's
did you
like,
get free
"They
ice
just
cream?"
Gave it to me. Like, what?
Well, how do you have money? You don't even have money. How did you get ice cream?
No.
And Nolan's like,
And he went
"I don't know. He just got it." Nolan's like, "I'm going with Nate."
He went and got it from 2 different places, too. They got ice cream for everybody. I'm like, what in the world? He just gets free ice cream.
Yeah. Well, he went somewhere else, and they were like, "Do you want a job?" And he's like, "No, I'm good."
When we went to the restaurant.
Yeah, and they wanted to offer him a job.
Yeah.
We're like,
I
"No,
know.
yeah, it's
what
fine."
is happening?
Yeah, what?
Like, He is the one person in this world I am not worried about
Not worried
being
about it all.
like he will always be taken care of. Like I have no doubt.
So
He
he
is just
went. So I always knew that I can count on him. I just trust him, and I just think he's a smart kid, and he just like he has that charisma, right? So he's gonna land in it no matter what. He's gonna land in good luck or, you know.
yeah.
So a friend of his invited him to go to the beach with a bunch of boys, and the mom was taking like the daughter and her friend, and then a couple boys, and she was super nervous about it, and I'm like, no, Nate's fine. Like he can handle himself. We grew up in Florida. He's fine at the water and the beach, and she's like, okay. So Nate is calling me, and he's like, this lady's crazy, and I'm like, okay, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And they go to the beach, and they can drive on the beach. Well, we grew up there, so we know you have to stay on the packed sand, and you have to watch the tide and everything because your car will go into the water. Like, it'll be buried in the sand like concrete.
Yeah.
And so Nate's trying to tell her, like, don't drive there, don't drive there. Well, of course she gets stuck in the soft sand. So Nate's like, oh my gosh. So Nate's trying to teach her how to get out of the sand. And so finally Jake and I talked to Nate, and he's telling us this. And Nate says, do we need to go down and get him? And I'm like, no, he can handle himself. If anything, he needs to be there to help this lady. Like, he got her out of the sand twice. Yeah. I'm like, what? And you're grown with all these kids. Like, what are you doing? Why would you drive in the soft sand anyway? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
But she doesn't talk to us anymore. She took all these boys, and then she came back, and she just was like super, I don't know. She just met her level, and I get it. I'm like, I'd probably be that way too if I took a bunch of boys to the beach for the weekend. But
Yeah. I'm telling you though, like he's just so funny and he makes me laugh anytime we're together or go do something. He just gets his way and people like and he makes like he made up some crazy ass story for this chick and she totally bought it and like gave him his way, let him come in or it was something. Like how does this happen?
how? And he's not disrespectful, but he pushes
No,
that.
not at all. They love him. Like they
Yeah.
give it to him because they love him.
And he doesn't, it's so funny because he doesn't break the rules, but he makes you question if you need rules. Like, you're like,
I wonder if he gets that from you too, like the luck part.
oh,
No, luck
I'm
part.
sorry. I'll take those back.
Asshole. But I mean, who goes to the Barnum and Bailey circus
Oh, yeah.
and wins the elephant painting?
Yeah, that
Who
was
does?
so fun. I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
find that.
you do.
Yeah,
You
that was
do.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You still
elephant,
have-
so the
you
elephant
still
was
have that
painting.
painting?
Yeah, the elephant was painting at the circus,
Dude,
and
that's
so
your
they had a
ticket
raffle
out.
for it.
You could probably make tons of money off that. That's
You know
Barnum
I
and
can't.
Bailey.
I can't sell
Elephant.
anything. I can't sell it. Yeah, because they don't have the elephants anymore at the circus.
No, they don't have. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
started the circus back.
I feel like I'd open it and I'd hear Sarah McLachlan playing every time I open it. Like,
And the arms.
great. I have an abused elephant painting. Awesome. I feel like that.
If that elephant was abused, that thing would have taken over the circus.
That's
Not
true.
abused.
I think that's why they quit having them, because they were like, we're bigger than you.
Yeah,
But-
right.
Yeah, but yeah. But I was gonna tell you something about him. Oh, so they each one of them gets me. They cause problems for me. They make me giggle in inappropriate places.
Yeah.
And we were at church on Easter, and they did the speed painting, which was so cool. So I've done speed painting a few times at church, and like it was really sweet because people were like, "Oh, you could do that," and I was like, "No, I can't do what he just did." Like his painting was, I probably could.
No, yours was really good too. You don't give yourself enough credit. We'll pull your pictures up again. You
But
did good.
I mean, his were amazing. Like it was fun for me to watch it, because I was the one up there, so it was fun to watch it, and was laughing because he did it in one song, and so I leaned over to Nate and I was like, "It takes me two." We just started laughing. I'm like, there's no way I could make that in one song. But the song was like forever. The guy kept looking over like, are you done, dude? Like, are you done? One more verse. Like, he just kept, let's sing the verse one more time.
Chorus one more time. Let's do the chorus one
We're
more
like,
time.
holy, 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 oh, like, I felt like I went home like, holy, 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 holy. Like, the song was forever, but it was amazing. It was so cool. So, man, we didn't even talk about a topic tonight.
I
We just had to
know.
catch up for a couple
Let's
weeks.
just not. Yeah, we did. We had two weeks to catch
Oh,
up on.
I know what else I wanted to tell you about Mom. So Mom was super behaved. Like, she didn't misbehave at all. But there was two things that made me laugh so hard while Mom was here. One is we very rarely had downtime. So the couple of nights we would watch American Idol or The Voice, and it was just so late because we just trying to just decompress.
Yeah.
So there was a couple days I was like, okay, Mom, you just stay here. I have to go to a meeting or I have to, go do this. I'll come back and get you. So she would watch, she watches some dumb movies. So she puts on she thinks it's going to be this cute romantic movie, just a lighthearted movie. It starts out it starts out with sex in a shower and like the screaming and everything. And she's like, oh gosh. And she doesn't know how to use our TV. So she's like, oh, I didn't know. And we're like, what are you watching? Jake and I walk through the room like, what are you doing? So every time we would come in the room, there was a sex scene. And she's like, I didn't even know this movie. It didn't even have anything in it until just now. And we were laughing. We're like, Mom's watching porn. Like, what are you doing? Because it was like, really was just kind of lighthearted romantic movies. But every single time we walk in the room, there was sex scene. So we were just giggling. Like this is so uncomfortable. My feet are sweating.
That always happens. So when you're watching, I think I'm watching an innocent show, and then all of a sudden the scene comes on as my kids are walking in the room, and I'm like, what is happening? Wait.
Yeah, you don't even expect it, and then Mom said we should watch the show Outlander, and I was like, okay, that sounds fun. So I watched it, and the first probably 2 to 3 episodes, no sex, it was just the time travel and this really cool story set back in the day, and it was just I was like, I'm totally intrigued. Jake comes in, straight porn. I was like, oh, wow, that escalated quickly. He's like, what are you watching? And he knew I'd been watching it. So he's like, this is what you've been watching without me? And I'm like, no, it just started. I didn't, and it went straight hardcore. Didn't even ease into it. I was like, oh. But I love the story so much. I bought the book because I was like, okay, there's so much sex in this show. I just want the story. So I bought the book. But so Jake can tease me all the time. He walks in and they're having sex. I'm like, no, I promise. They weren't until you walked in. He's like, right, sure.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and then so the other funny thing with Mom is she wears a house dress at home, and it's not like a muumuu or anything. It's actually a really cute jean dress that she just wears around the house. It's really comfy. But she looks cute in it. And then one day, she was walking away. And I was like, something is off about her dress. And I'm just staring at it and watching her walk. The markings on the dress are worn straight down the back, right where her butt is. So it goes down her back and then over her butt. But the places where the jean is dark, makes it look like her butt goes out really far and her back is really deep. So she looks like a silverback gorilla, the markings on it. It's crazy. So I get to giggling so hard, and she's like, "That's what Carley said. That's what Carley said." And I'm like, "Why do you still have that dress? Why are you wearing that with your husband?" You're just walking. She's like, "It's fine." I'm like, "No, it's not. I can't unsee it." It's so bad.
I know, it really is.
That was the meme I sent you yesterday on Easter that you ignored me all day. I sent you a gorilla running, and I said, "This is Mom finding Easter eggs."
I know. I need to go back and look at it because I never even saw it.
You still haven't seen it?
No.
Straight ignored me on Easter. Awesome.
I'm so sorry. I know.
I mean, I got to talk to Nolan this morning. I didn't even talk to the boys for Easter.
I know. I'm sorry. Very
Wow.
sorry.
Wow, that's cool.
Very, very sorry. I know.
Right.
I
Well,
know.
thanks for everybody for joining us. It was fun catching up. We'll be back next week. Back to normal. Well, we're not really normal, but back to normal. I'm gonna have to edit the crap out of this video with you freezing.
Don't worry about it. As long as the voice is still there, it's fine. It'll
Well,
be
yeah,
fine.
but then it's like,
No, because I can still hear you fine. So
Oh, okay.
our talking is probably fine. We're just gonna be frozen. Just fine. I mean, they watched a whole episode of just you, so it's fine.
I thought maybe we were going back to the Nikki show. Nobody mind Carley. We'll just erase her.
We'll just
So-
raise her the whole time.
Oh, so this our plan. Our plan is to have a couple special guests coming up. So one, we're gonna have Ted, and then
Yes.
we're gonna try to convince our cousin to come on because we talked to him the other day, and we just giggled so hard with him. He's a mess. He's the older version of Nate. Like everybody loves Jim. Like, I mean, you can't not love him. So hopefully we can convince him to come on because that would be fun. So, but all right, love you.
Love you.
Bye.